in referring to the quotes that you be talking about, that'd be
Mm-hmm.
the Pharisees that were talking about ritual hand washing rules and the other things that you're mentioning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those Jesus would
He
be
was
talking about.
saying, nigga,
Those in reference are
he
to
was
human traditions, not actual commandments from God, right?
Exactly.
Because those were used by religious leaders. That's the reason of the abolishment from those particular traditions that wouldn't be applied from Jesus being a thing, obviously, right?
So what? So what should have they been doing? They should have been doing the commandments of God, right?
Yeah, because religious leaders chose to do that, right? But that doesn't dismiss the fact that because religious leaders did that, they're adding extra things that God didn't say. You know what I mean?
But it says that you put aside the commandment of God. So Christ is saying that you got to follow the commandments of God, right?
You said he put aside the commandments.
It is saying that they
Where at?
put it. It says where's that? Verse 6, right? Verse 7, right? It's saying, howbeit in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men, for laying aside the commandment of God. Ye hold the tradition of men. So they putting away the
Yeah,
commandment
no,
of
no.
God.
He's
Hold up. It says right here.
okay.
So are they
I
saying,
got you. I got you. I
okay,
just needed to make sure what quote you were talking about. I know the rest of it. So
okay,
would
cool.
that be referring to? Yeah, yeah. Would that be referring? Or do you want to finish? My ball. I don't want to interrupt you. If you want to like
Now, if
finish,
you understand the
finish.
point, you understand that Christ is saying that they have to follow the commandments of God, and that's why they worship him in vain.
Yeah. So because what I was referring to, or what I was going to say, is that in like Mark 7:8, where it says where you mentioned you have laid aside the commandment of God and hold to the traditions of men. Jesus isn't saying that he put aside the commandments. He's accusing of the Pharisees of doing that. So the commandment of God is what God actually commanded, and the tradition of men would be the extra rules created by those religious leaders that he's criticizing.
That's what he's saying. He's saying that the
So
religious leaders are not doing the commandments of God,
that yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. So you got to refer and actually obey the commandments of God
which were what? You broke
add
up.
extra rules in reference to the previous things that you'd be talking about, like
And
pork and
it,
shit like that.
right. So
The
then when he goes
Pharisees
down
be doing
to,
that, and Jesus saying that's wrong because that's not like the actual commandments of God.
yeah,
well, matter of
because
fact,
what was
I
they
know
making?
this.
What was they trying to make people do?
You can go ahead and tell me.
Washing hands. They were trying to kill people
Okay.
and persecute people because they wasn't washing hands when they ate. So that's why in the entire parable, the scripture you brought me to in that same verse, I mean same chapter, it was talking about the things you eat. You don't wash your hands. These things don't kill you. You know it's not talking about pork because he's getting mad that they're not teaching the commandments. And eating pork is against the commandments. So what he's referencing is washing hands. He's like, you keep worried about me eating food without washing my hands, and you over here not following God.
Yeah,
Like this
but
food.
the whole point is that's Jesus' main point. He says ritual rules shouldn't replace God's commandments, right? So
And
like
what was the ritual
using a
rule?
korban to avoid supporting one's parents, right? It's like breaking a real commandment while obeying a human rule.
And what was the human rule in that time? That's in that chapter.
It'd be everything that you'd be referencing just now.
Yeah,
So
the
whether
wash.
it be the
No,
hand washing or the pork and all that other stuff.
no, it's not. The tradition of men is the hand washing. That's not in the law.
Yes, yeah. Pork is in the law.
You
Not
know
that
it's
pork is
yeah,
in the law.
yeah. You know it's not talking about because if I was to eat a rat right now, I get sick. I can't eat a rat. What is something crazy that nobody would eat? Nobody ever think about eating. What's something crazy?
A bet.
Yeah, I ain't bat.
A bat's yeah. I was about to say the exact same thing. A
Yeah,
bat's low key kind of crazy, or like
yeah,
bush meat.
yeah.
That's
Bats
also
are
kind of
crazy,
crazy.
right? Like bats are crazy. Christians go here every single time because they just want to eat pork. That's it. They want to eat other things. Like it's crazy.
You know, you speak like a Pharisee,
I
Killer.
do.
Yes, the Pharisees were the most well read on scripture and were super legalistic like you.
Do I speak with authority?
You act like you do.
Well, they say the same thing about Christ. Like this man speaks with so much authority.
Handler, by the way, how'd you define that?
What you say?
Define that. How do I define
Whenever
that?
you said tradition, because you asked me what were the traditions of men,
Yeah, the
and
traditions
I
of
just said
men.
go ahead. What did you say it was again?
Yeah, the tradition of men in that chapter. The context was the washing of hands. That's what the chapter is about. But
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
well,
So
Christ
yeah, that
declares
yeah,
all
just
food
but
human
trad-
clean.
traditions,
So I don't.
not God-given commands.
Christianity
yeah,
clearly
it's like
declares
tradition.
Christ
It's like
declares all food clean. So I
it's
don't know
like
what your problem is.
Listen, go get a pork,
Yeah,
get a
so
go get a
because
pork
human
chop sandwich,
additions or
man.
interpretation.
And what Rick Ross
Yeah.
said, what Rick Ross said, you come talk to a boss with sausage in your breath. I smell the
that
pu-
shit funny. as hell.
And you come,
Yeah,
hey Tony, you come and talk to me
whole
with
point-
sausage on your breath.
That nigga said that's a Garcia sausage.
Yeah,
And that nigga Tony trying to talk to me with a Garcia sausage stank breath. Nigga, I'm a priest of God. Nigga want to talk to me. He eat pork sandwiches. Nigga, what?
Nice.
Hey, what you order? Hey, what you order at Subway? And let me get that ham. Let me get a
That nigga eat a cold
I am-
ham sandwich.
Dude, I am 6
hilarious, by the
and I
way.
weigh 190.
Hey, what you said?
I'm 6
I
foot
just said
6
that's
and I weigh
hilarious.
190.
Is that a good or bad?
6'6" and 190.
It's underweight.
Oh,
I was about to.
Okay.
You said 6 what?
that's all that pork. But he said 6'7".
He said
6'7".
I don't
No. Let's
6'6".
not laugh at the 6'7", bro. Let's not laugh at
6'7".
we can't get into it.
6'7".
Oh my gosh.
Six,
Satan
seven.
is
Shit,
getting
bro.
Yeah, like the whole hand washing ritual. Yeah, that's
Bro.
a human tradition. So
Yeah.
Jesus says that like that doesn't defile or make food unclean.
Yeah, because
right?
remember he
So
said you put
that
aside.
extends to So this reason. So like if we follow that reasoning for mainstream Christianity, then that just shows that dietary laws like pork are not morally binding because they are often seen as part of human added ritual purity rules.
They not.
They
They
actually refer back to the
no.
They're not. Speak
They
English.
not. So for example, the law about what you could eat and what you can't eat is in the law. The law is in the law. It's in the law, right? So right. So the traditions of men is saying that you are making us do something that is not law. Remember, Paul said, "Where there is no sin, where there is no law, there is no sin."
You're missing the whole point of the commandment of fasting from pork. It was to fast for messianic fulfillment. Okay? And then whenever Jesus came to fulfill the law, the way that discipline is practiced changes. Like for instance, I fast from meat every Friday.
See that? Hey, politics.
Was good, dog.
Hey, you see how the scripture was just fulfilled? He fast every Friday, right, from meat.
Yep.
Like he think he's making himself closer to God. He's putting aside the commandments of God and following the traditions of men. Show me a law where I gotta stop. Hold up. Hold up, man. You gotta learn how to be respectful, man. I'm talking, man. Jeez Louise, man.
Dude, do you know why we
Hold up. You see that politics? See, the Bible, the law does not say that you fast every Friday, right? The Bible, hold up, Tony. Good night. The Bible does not say that, but the Bible do say that you're not supposed to eat pork. So he's like, listen, man, we need to listen, man. You know what? We could eat pork, but let's not eat meat on Fridays to make ourselves closer to God. That's dumb.
You're missing the point.
Yeah, well, that's penance and remembrance of Jesus' crucifixion, which happened on
Exactly.
Friday. That's why they do that.
As a matter of fact,
On
the New
what?
Testament
Is that traditions of men, or is that the commandments of God?
Paul talks about
Woof, bro, this is so cold, bro. Is that traditions of men or commandments of God?
You real quick, from what I've heard,
Oh.
everybody spoken is missing the point of the context of what Jesus said. Jesus
Oh.
didn't.
Oh, we always get one of those.
Are you gonna
This guy. This guy.
We're talking about respect, so let me speak. The whole point of what Jesus brought up was it's not what comes into a man that defiles him, it's what comes out of him. So the point of that scripture is Jesus talking about it's what's inside of you that defiles you. So he's talking about the changing of your thoughts of who you are as an inner being. That's why you have to be reborn as a Christian. You have to be born again, because it's the inner workings of a man that makes him sin. So it's the desires of his heart, the things that comes out of a man that makes him sin. It's not the things that goes into him. So the point of him fasting on Friday, yes, it's a tradition of man, but what is the underlying context of that tradition? Well, the tradition is I fast from meat on Fridays in order to reserve myself, to look into the word of Christ so that I can become closer, that my inner workings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
like,
I got you.
Friday fasting
I got you. That
or-
shit.
or- yeah,
I
go
got
ahead
you.
and
That.
reply to that first.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got
Go
you.
ahead and speak.
Yeah, that shit did not do anything. I'm gonna tell you
Bro
why.
said it's about to be hot dog.
I'm gonna tell you why. 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 Hold on, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so you're fasting to do what? Make yourself closer to God?
to remember Christ's
Huh?
crucifixion.
Not
Right,
fasting to make yourself. You're not fasting to quote unquote.
Or make you
yourself closer to
discipline.
God. right? You're not
You're
fasting to make
fasting in remembrance of Christ's
You're not-
crucifixion.
To
You're
do
not
what?
It's to encourage discipline and devotion.